Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to talk about is debt. So there are a couple of methods to paying off debt. There is the debt snowball method, and then there's the debt avalanche method. And then there's some combinations of the both of those. So the debt avalanche method makes more mathematical sense, and that is paying off applying more payments to the loan that you have the higher interest rate for. So if you have a loan that has a 21% interest rate, which is the average credit card interest rate at this time right now, and then you also had a car loan that was like 5%, you would want to fully pay the credit card off first before you started paying off the car loan because the interest rate is so much higher. So that is called the debt avalanche method. And then you've got the debt snowball method. And the debt snowball method is what Dave Ramsey kind of advocates for. And that is where you take you attack the lowest loan value first. So if you had a loan that had a balance of $1,000 and you had a loan that had a balance of $20,000, you would attack the $1,000 loan first, wipe it out, and then whatever monthly payment was for that $1,000 loan, you would apply that now to the $20,000 loan to kind of snowball. And then once that's paid off, then you would move on to like a $40,000 loan, whatever, kind of going in order of how big the loans are. So that each time you pay off a loan, you're adding more monthly payment so in essence, it keeps snowballing the more loans that you pay off. So you have more each month that you can apply to the loan that you're currently attacking. So what I personally would do is I would do the debt avalanche method for anything above $5,000, I think. So if you had or anything that had like a big difference in loan sizes. So if you had a loan that was like $200 and you had a loan that was $10,000, I would do the debt snowball for that. I would just get rid of that $200 loan and then use whatever monthly payment was for that to apply to the $10,000 loan. But if you had one that is, say you had like two $12,000 loans, I would definitely attack whatever one had the higher interest rate. Or if you had a $12,000 and a $13,000 loan, I would attack again whatever one had the higher interest rate. Just because there's not much difference in the loan amounts, and it would make more mathematical sense to attack the one with that higher interest rate, so that the interest isn't accumulating each month that is on the bigger loan. So that's kind of what I would do. And then I'm not like totally averse to all debt either. So if you had, say, like a loan that was the interest rate on it was lower than the interest rate of, say, a standard high yield savings account. I think right now it's something like 4.25% is the like high yield saving account that you can get. So if you had a loan that had an interest rate of 3%, I would personally put the money into the high yield savings account because it's going to be gaining more interest than if you were to pay off the debt. And I would wait until the balance in that savings account matches what you have for the debt, the balance left on the debt, and I would pay it off in one bulk sum, so that because the interest that you're going to gain in the savings account is more than the interest that you'd be paying on the debt. So that's one way to do it. I'm not a huge fan of like sticking with one in all circumstances, like how kind of Dave Ramsey is. I'm a bigger fan of kind of weighing the differences. So like if I were to go all in on debt snowball method and say we kind of enlarge the numbers so it's more drastic. So if I had a $100,000 loan at 2% and I had a $101,000 loan at 20%, the snowball method would say you have to attack the $100,000 loan at the lower percent because it's a lower balance but mathematically that makes hardly any sense at all. But it's I get there's just circumstances that you would do one versus another, and so that's kind of how debt works. The other thing about debt is if you have debt that's like credit card debt where it's in the 20s for the interest rate, or really anything over, like, I would even say 5%, but if you're in those like teens and 20s, that's the level, that's where I would like go super intense on reducing your expenses, to the point of like no restaurants, like no extra things that you don't need. If something breaks, you deal with it as long as you possibly can, because you really want to funnel all of your extra cash to paying off that loan, because the more that it's just standing there, the more it's going to be, gaining interest, and you're going to have a bigger and bigger payment. So instead of your payment kind of going down as you're paying it off, sometimes you're going to be paying the same amount because you've got this high interest rate and the minimum payment isn't kind of putting a dent in it. So you often see, sometimes you'll see people who they take out a loan for a credit card balance of like $2,000, and over the course of the loan, they end up paying way more than that. They end up paying way more than that in just interest. So instead of it being a $2,000 expense, it's now like almost $5,000 expense over the life of the loan that you paid to purchase whatever you did. So getting rid of that credit card debt is essential to kind of building your financial future. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and comment below, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.